On September 3rd, 2022, The Weeknd lost his voice 3 songs into a sold-out concert at SoFi Stadium in front of 80,000 fans. The Weeknd, whose real name is Abel Tesfaye, revealed this wasn't a physical injury, but due to psychological stress. The incident left a huge impact on him, and was the genesis for Hurry Up Tomorrow, a psychological thriller he co-wrote, produced, and stars in, playing a fictionalized version of himself, and serves as a companion piece to his 6th studio album of the same name, which released in January of this year. The film explores a pop star suffering a mental breakdown who is pulled into an existential odyssey by a mysterious stranger played by Jenna Ortega, who we first see dousing a country house with gasoline before torching it and driving away, so we know she's a real good catch. And hey, between Wednesday and The Weeknd, we got half the week covered. It's too bad Keoghan, who plays Abel's friend and manager, isn't also known as Brian O'Monday.
There goes that dream.
So that's a generous description of Hurry Up Tomorrow. Here's my not so generous description. Hurry Up Tomorrow is a vapid vanity project throwing the world's most miserably misguided pity party. Its Kleenex-thin narrative barely resembles a movie for an all-filler, no-killer audiovisual experience, like something you'd inadvertently wander into at the MoMA before purposefully moving on to something more worth your while. To borrow the parlance of pop songs, this film has no hook. It lacks rhyme and reason. It's a bridge to nowhere set to a shallow chorus of blubbering. Most of this film is Abel Tesfaye wallowing in the wake of a toxic relationship before falling headfirst into another one, all while being reminded of his greatness. Set backstage, on stage, in cars, hotel rooms, and in the club, it's champagne and cocaine problems at its worst. While it's easy to mock and criticize lifestyles of the rich and the famous, addiction and mental illness deserve sympathy, but it's telling when the latest Marvel movie of all things offers a more sincere and nuanced take on those subjects. While I'm sure most people seeing this film are doing so on account of The Weeknd, that's not what brought me to the theater on opening night. I was there as probably one of the world's biggest Trey Edward Shultz fans. Schultz is the writer-director of Krisha, It Comes at Night, and Waves, all 3 of which are remarkable in their own right. It's worth noting they were all distributed by A24, and Schultz was one of the exciting auteurs to emerge from that studio alongside the likes of Robert Eggers and Ari Aster. It's telling this is Schultz's first film without A24, who I'm pretty sure got out of the Weeknd business following The Idol.
You know what I think it is? I think you're gay.
I ain't gay.
Even though you said that sounded really gay.
Schultz's first 3 features chart his growth as a filmmaker and storyteller, culminating with Waves, which was and still very much is his best film. As someone who has been in Schultz's corner for a decade and was eagerly awaiting his follow-up to Waves, it brings me no pleasure to report that this is far and away his worst film to date. Give me a time machine and I'm smothering baby Hitler, buying Bitcoin in 2009, and stopping Trey Edward Schultz from ever meeting The Weeknd. While Abel Tesfaye is technically an actor, he's technically not a good one.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up! What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? I have to go right now. I'm getting calls. I have to catch a flight. I'm on a tour. I'm trying to be fucking nice.
Jenna Ortega and Keoghan, who are good actors, do what they can with this material, but it's like trying to build a house out of soggy bread. Unfortunately, this project feels like a massive miscalculation for everyone involved, including the audience. The only one coming out of this unscathed is cinematographer Chase Irvin, who coincidentally shot another beautiful mess of a movie, Blonde. Irvin employs extreme close-ups, robust 360-degree shots, long takes, and other striking imagery that crescendo in Hurry Up Tomorrow's nightmare sequence. And while it's the primary redeeming quality of this film, it's ultimately in service of something completely undeserving of its craftsmanship. At one point in the film, Ortega ties Tesfaye to a bed and forces him to listen to his own music, a form of torture that becomes increasingly relatable. Hurry Up Tomorrow is a mantra the viewer may find themselves repeating during the film in hopes that it will all be over soon. I give Hurry Up Tomorrow 1 Kleenex out of 5.
Shut the fuck up! Shut up!
Between this and The Idol, Tesfaye is now 0 for 2 in the dramatic visual arts. Speaking as someone who only got through the first episode of The Idol, I actually much prefer that to Hurry Up Tomorrow. If you ask me, next time Tesfaye gets that cinematic itch, he should just release another concert film. Have you seen Hurry Up Tomorrow? What are your thoughts on The Weeknd and Trey Edward Schultz? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you down there. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more film reviews. I'm Jared Scott Lewis. Thanks for watching.